We have another NFL team, Cincinnati Bengals. Let's see how much do you know about them. Don't forget to write your score in the comment section. And if you like these kind of videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the like and bell icons. How much do you know about American football, basketball, football, celebrities, countries, or anything else? Welcome to It's Quiz Time. Test yourself and compare your score with your friends. Let's start. Here comes the first one. What was the first season of the Cincinnati Bengals as a professional team? 1968, 1978, 1958, or 1948? The Bengals joined the American Football League in 1968, then when the AFL-NFL merger happened in 1970, they joined the NFL. Second question. Who was the original owner, head coach of the Bengals? Art Modell, Paul Brown, Dick LeBeau, or Dave Shula? Ironically, Paul Brown was also the founder, owner of the state rivals Cleveland Browns. His time with Cleveland ended after selling his share of the team to Art Modell, and then was fired 2 years later. Art Modell never worked with the Bengals. Dave Shula coached the Bengals from '92 to '96. Dick LeBeau coached the team from 2000 to 2002. What was the name of the stadium the Bengals shared with the Reds for 3 decades? Three Rivers Stadium, Paul Brown Stadium, Riverfront Stadium, or Nippert Stadium? In the Bengals' first season in the AFL, they played at Nippert Stadium, but then moved to Riverfront from '70 to '99. Riverfront Stadium was also known as Synergy Field in '96. Fourth question. What new stadium did the Bengals call home in 2000? Paul Brown Stadium, Bengals Stadium, Great American Ballpark, or Crosley Field? The Bengals moved to their own stadium in 2000, leaving the Reds to play at Riverfront until their new stadium, Great American Ballpark, was completed for the 2003 season. Obviously, the new home of the Bengals was named for their founder, Paul Brown. Fifth question. What are the main colors of the Bengals? Orange and blue, orange and brown, orange and yellow, or orange and black? The Bengals' orange was very similar to the Cleveland Browns' orange. The uniforms have changed over the years to include more black, and to add a little flair with tiger stripes. Question 6. What was the name of the celebratory dance that started during the Bengals' run to the Super Bowl in the '88 season? Boomer Banzai, Brown Shuffle, Collinsworth Cadence, or Icky Shuffle? Icky Woods was a rookie running back in '88, and did his little dance after scoring touchdowns. This was to be the start of NFL penalties for excessive celebrations. Seventh question. What Bengals coach first made the no-huddle offense a standard for his team? Sam Wyche, Dave Shula, Marvin Lewis, or Paul Brown? Although all 4 choices coached for the Bengals at some point in their history, Sam Wyche made this a regular way of life on the offensive side of the ball. Who was the first Bengals player to be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame? Boomer Esiason, Ken Anderson, Chris Collinsworth, or Anthony Munoz? Anthony Munoz was an offensive tackle from USC and was the first-round, 3rd pick of the 1980 draft. He played 13 seasons for the Bengals and was an 11-time Pro Bowl selection. Question 9. What opponent did the Bengals face twice in a Super Bowl? Oakland Raiders, San Francisco 49ers, New England Patriots, or Green Bay Packers? The Bengals faced the 49ers twice in the big game. In Super Bowl 16, they lost 26-21, and in Super Bowl 23, they lost 20-16. 10th question. Which Cincinnati player legally changed his name to match his jersey number? A.J. Green, Ickey Woods, Chad Johnson, or Carl Pickens? In 2008, Johnson legally changed his name to Ocho Cinco, 85 in Spanish to match his jersey number. In 2012, Ocho Cinco legally changed his name back to Johnson. Question 11. What is the Carl Pickens clause? No trade clause, performance incentive clause, loyalty clause, or morality clause? The Bengals' loyalty clause, or Carl Pickens clause, was instituted after the wide receiver signed a 5-year, $23.3 million contract in '99 and criticized the Bengals later that season for retaining coach Bruce Coslett. It allows them to withhold signing bonuses if players insult the organization in public. 12th question. What is the nickname for Paul Brown Stadium? The Swamp, the Cage, the Rock, or the Jungle? Paul Brown Stadium is nicknamed the Jungle, an allusion not only to the Bengal tiger's natural habitat, but also the Guns N' Roses song Welcome to the Jungle. What Bengals player was the first to have his jersey number retired? Boomer Esiason, Bob Johnson, Anthony Munoz, or Charlie Joyner? Center Bob Johnson was chosen by the Bengals with their very first draft pick. He was the second highest drafted center ever selected in an NFL draft, after Key Aldridge, who was selected first overall in '39. 14th question. Who defeated Cincinnati in their first playoff appearance? Chiefs, Patriots, Colts, or Oilers? In 1970, the Bengals advanced to the playoffs for the first time but lost to the Baltimore Colts 0-17. Question 15. Who is Cincinnati's all-time leading scorer? Mike Nugent, Shane Graham, Jim Breach, or Chad Johnson? Breach was notable for wearing a smaller size cleat on his kicking foot. He wore a size 5 cleat on his right kicking foot, which he felt gave him more control and stability kicking the football. 16th question. Which player holds the team record for punts returned for touchdowns? Mitchell Price, Brandon Tate, Peter Warrick, or Lamar Parrish? Lamar Parrish spent 8 years in Cincinnati, returning 130 punts for 1,201 yards and 4 touchdowns. 17th question. What quarterback led the Cincinnati Bengals to Super Bowl 16? Ken Anderson, Jeff Blake, Boomer Esiason, or Carson Palmer? In '81, Anderson was named the NFL's most valuable player and set Super Bowl records for most passes completed, 25, and highest completion percentage, 73.5%. Which Bengal played 6 seasons with a 15-inch steel rod in his leg? Tim Krumrie, Vontaze Burfict, Carlos Dunlap, or Takeo Spikes? After a horrific leg injury in Super Bowl 23, defensive tackle Tim Krumrie had a 15-inch steel rod surgically implanted to stabilize his leg. He played 6 more seasons and retired as the team's career leader in tackles. 19th question. Who scored the Bengals' only touchdown in Super Bowl 23? Ira Hillary, Stanford Jennings, Ickey Woods, or Chris Collinsworth? Cincinnati's only touchdown, a 93-yard kickoff return by Stanford Jennings in the third quarter, was quickly answered by a 4-play, 85-yard drive that ended with San Francisco wide receiver Jerry Rice's 14-yard touchdown reception. Here's the last question. Who was Cincinnati's first 1,000-yard rusher? Corey Dillon, Essex Johnson, Paul Robinson, or Pete Johnson? In his rookie season, Robinson rushed for a league-leading 1,023 yards and scored 8 touchdowns. He is the only running back in professional football history to gain over 1,000 yards in a season for a first-year expansion team. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment down. See you in the next video.